Oh, I gotta love it. How serendipitous is it that I was kind of racking my brain trying to think of a video topic, and just as I was out here trying to record a video, it starts pouring. And I went inside and I said, damn rain, bro. It's already annoying as it is, me trying to, you know what I'm saying, like get my ideas out cohesively. But then it wants to start raining. Perfect. It's exactly what I needed to talk about, because pivoting or adapting is top tier, underrated, one of the most important skills anybody, man or woman, but especially men, it is I feel like it is integral to being a man. You have to know how and when to pivot, right? On the surface it seems kind of like, yeah, ideally you want to be able to adapt to any given situation, right? But you know, we I think we often downplay our lives. We kind of like, we think like very small, unless maybe you're like, a police officer or a firefighter or a soldier, stuff like that. But if you work like a regular 9 to 5, you kind of like, what am I gonna adapt to, the traffic? Yes, exactly that. I mean, why not? Because if you're the type of person that's, spazzing out because you're stuck in traffic, which you should be expecting, but like, it's these moments in life that even though we expect them, or we should expect them, and we kind of like know, like, this person's an idiot, he probably doesn't know how to merge, and of course he's gonna merge in front of me, and like you see it happen before it even happens. And if you're still the type of person that reacts and can't adapt to the situation, can't fully accept that it is what it is, right? You're running late, maybe you messed up, you didn't get up early enough, you weren't checking the time, whatever it may be. If you're that type of person that still spazzes after the fact, then this video's for you. And I'm basically talking to myself, because I'm guilty of this. So I'm not talking down to anybody. In fact, I'm talking to myself, really. It's integral to being a man. It's integral to have the skill to know when to pivot, man. Because the fact of the matter is, life doesn't give one Frenchman's you know what about your plans. Sometimes your plans will go through and you'll see it through and it'll be a great day, and it won't rain and it'll be sunshines, all the way through your picnic. And then there'll be days where I don't feel like being sunny today, and the cloud is just gonna open up and take a nice big piss right on your head. And you can get as mad and upset and annoyed as you want. You could curse the skies as much as you want. It's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna make anything better. In fact, you're gonna probably make everything worse. Starting with yourself, you're gonna piss yourself off more. And I mean, we've all been there. And there's definitely times where you can't make things better, right? You're not gonna stop the rain. If it ruined your plans, you set up a whole picnic, you set up, some activity to do with your friends or your family outside, and it starts raining, that's it. It's a wash. Forget it. You spent all that money to go to that baseball game, and now it gets rained out. It happens. So what? You know what I mean? Like, we can't always make things better. We can't always affect change, but you can certainly not make things worse. And I think that's what, like myself, many of us are guilty of. We got the bad habit of taking things that are shitty and making it even worse. It's like you spill a little milk from your bowl of cereal, and it's like taking the bowl and just dumping it, just straight slamming the bowl on the ground, and like, and like, there's a time and a place. There's definitely a time and a place to be upset, to get pissed, to let it out, for sure. But all in all, what does that ever get you? Where does that ever get you? You just make things worse. And it's really a lack of emotional intelligence. And it's a lack of, being able to adapt to situations, man. Not like it's obvious. Again, I feel like I'm kind of stating the obvious, but it needs to be said. It's just one of those things where, like, we know, right? Like when you tell a kid, be it, your kid, your children, your nieces, nephews, whatever, younger brother, younger sibling, go, you got to go clean up your room. I know. And like, we've all done that when we were kids, right? But we still do it today. I do it. People, like, I know this. I know the stuff that I'm saying, like, adapt, you can't do nothing about the ring, big deal. But, like, how often do you actually integrate it? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often do we actually take our own advice? How often do we, like, it's more than knowing, it's doing, it's integrating it, it's actually applying it. That's the difference between, wisdom and knowledge, right? Knowledge is knowing something. You can know something, like, yeah, obviously I know I have to do this. Wisdom is actually applying the knowledge. Knowledge is just information. But wisdom is having the discernment and the ability to take said information and apply it. Actually knowing one thing and doing it are two different things. And Bruce Lee said it best, be like water. If you put water into a teapot, it becomes a teapot, right? If you fill up a can, if you fill up a bowl, whatever, water is not rigid, it's not static. It crashes through waterfalls, it flows through streams. If there's a rock in the way, water doesn't get mad, the water doesn't cry, the water doesn't throw a fit. Water, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just adapts. And it is such an underrated but immensely important reminder that we all need, and that we all need to cultivate and work on, is being able to adapt. Because so much of our lives, be it day-to-day mundane things like traffic, or high-level scenarios where, like, you might find yourself, God forbid, in a situation where you're out with family and friends, and what happens if there's an active shooter? What happens if there's a fire? You're in the movie theater and there's a fire. What? Most people's default setting is panic. Most people, because again, if you've not been in certain situations, people like to think that I'd rise up and I'd know what to do. I'd be a hero and yeah, sure. Okay, buddy. Okay. Have you seen half the population? Have you seen the average American walking around? Dog, you're not doing anything. You're not going anywhere. You'd be lucky if you get your big ass out safely of whatever the situation calls for, right? Most people are not capable. It is what it is. And if you're not used to being in situations that call for, quick decision making, snap decision making, instant, then, again, God forbid you find yourself in a situation that can potentially harm or end your or someone you care about life. What are you going to do? Because it starts with small things like being stuck in that traffic jam. It starts with things like damn, they gave me the wrong order at Starbucks. And that could blow your whole morning. That could piss you off. And this isn't me trying to be like a Zen Buddhist monk, like, oh, I'm free of like worry and stress and nothing can ever piss me off. And hell no. Listen, if you are a viewer of my channel, if you've been through any of my videos, I've been through the ringer. Okay, I've had serious shit happen to me. And I'm still guilty of being ungrateful, being a dipshit, being ignorant to things, and forgetting that at a moment's notice your life could change for the worse, and how important it is to be able to adapt, right? So once again, this is not me preaching or trying to be holier than thou. I'm spitting it like it is, you know? And the fact of the matter is that there's gonna be many instances in our lives and the lives of people that we care about where things are just gonna not go the way we really want it to. And it is imperative that as a man, speaking mostly to my demographic, which I'd imagine is gonna be mostly men, especially if you're a dad, man, like your family unit counts on you. Your tribe, your people, your employees, whatever. If you're a boss of a CEO, like, it is imperative that you have the skill, the trait of adapting, and not only adapting, but you could level that up to a whole nother level of making it work for you. That's a real power, man. Like, that's an actual power. Like if you were Superman or some shit, like, that is an actual talent that you can, that every one of us should and can harness, man. And like, you could really move mountains, man. Like, if you're able to, on a drop of a dime, like a moment's notice, take a shitty situation and flip it and make it something even better. And I've made a video kind of in the same vein of this topic, which is, you know, do things happen to you or did they happen for you? And perspective is huge. Gratitude is huge. I feel like gratitude and perspective are part and parcel of the formula of being able to adapt. And you know, it's all like different muscles, man. If you don't work them, if you don't flex them and train them, and you know, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And it's one of those things where, like, you have to actively put that work into doing that, and it's not easy. Again, I'm not preaching. It's just it felt like it was meant to be. I don't know. Like I said, I was trying to record a video. It started raining. I got annoyed, and it literally light bulb went off my head. Like, oh, okay. Obviously, this is what I need to talk about. Being flexible, being able to. Cool. Okay, this is happening now. This is not happening now. How I'm gonna make this into this and turn it into that, and life is always constant change, right? It's always one thing you can guarantee is that nothing is guaranteed. Things will constantly be in change, and the quicker you can pick up on that and just roll with the punches, man, the better off you will be, and the better off people in your life will be. People will literally gravitate towards you, because to me, that's like such a priceless trait to have, man. It's so rare these days. I feel like being able to see an actual leader, an actual person who could kind of like just take hold of situations and, okay, boom, 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 this is the game plan. And once the game plan goes south, oh, you know, again, people resort to default. They fucking freak out. They panic from any little thing. Oh no, this happened. Oh no, I got a flat. What do I do? Like, you'd be surprised, man. And if you could keep cool, calm, collected, level-headedness through any situation, even if you're not certain what you're doing, man, it's just the energy, the vibe of like, yo, we got this. I got this. It's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. We're gonna get through this. Like, that is half the battle. That alleviates so much. And like, it is just such a tool to have in your toolkit, man. Be it, again, whether you're a young man watching this or an older gentleman, you know, like, don't underestimate or undervalue the power that pivoting has, man. Be like water, my friend.